Hello and welcome to NetFeeds. In this episode of the show, we have brought you the on-hand review of the newly launched Samsung Galaxy M10. So the Samsung Galaxy M10 is a newly launched mid-range smartphone by Samsung, and it comes with the power-packed specifications and a price range that can fit anyone's budget. So without further ado, let's get started and see what's in the box. But before that, let's have a look at the specifications mentioned on the back of the box. As we can see that the Samsung Galaxy M10 has a octa-core processor of 1.6 GHz. It comes with 2 GB RAM and 16 GB internal storage, and it has a dual camera setup on the back with a 13 and a 5 megapixel camera, which we will test later, and a 5 megapixel selfie camera, which is supposed to perform well under low lit conditions for a phone of this budget. Okay, so let's open the box and see if the phone actually stands up to its expectations. So there's this packet that includes the warranty cards and the instruction manual, and this is the actual handset. There's a power brick and USB cable for data transfer and charging, and a SIM card removable tool. However, there is no earphones involved. I don't see them anywhere. Okay, so let's boot up the phone, see what we have, how the experience feels. So you should know that this is a budget phone and it does not have a complimentary earphone included in the packaging. However, you can buy one for a couple of bucks, maybe a couple hundred rupees in the Nepalese market. So the phone is all booted up and the display looks pretty amazing compared to other smartphones of the day, because this is a phone which is available in the Nepalese market for a very cheap price, and we'll tell you the price later, of course. But before that, let's have a look at the settings. The software included is the Android 8.1 Oreo. As you can see, the touch feels really great. It's almost as good as using the Samsung Galaxy S9, which I use personally, and the display is Super AMOLED. The bezel-less display and a small notch on the top makes it look pretty expensive compared to other smartphones which you can find for a budget under 20,000. Let's have a look at the camera. The focus feels great. The dual camera setup does actually help to get better tracking autofocus and also to provide a shallower depth of field. There's various modes included, like there's live focus mode for portraits, and it also includes Pro mode, in which you can control the ISO settings and the exposure compensation for better image quality. So it's not fully manual like your DSLR or other high-end smartphones, but it does provide some control over the pictures you're gonna take. So this phone can shoot 1080 pixel video at 30 frames per second, which is useful for day-to-day videography. Another cool feature is that you can add watermarks to your pictures, so you can make sure that they don't get stolen or misused. So to give my personal opinion on the phone, I'd like to say that if you are looking to buy something under 20,000 in Nepal, the Samsung Galaxy M10 is a perfect choice, because first of all, it's newly launched in March 2019 and the battery backup is great. It features a 6-inch bezel-less display with a teardrop notch, which is the trend these days with the smartphone makers. So we can say that it has all the necessary things that you would expect in a smartphone in 2019. But there is a downside which we will discuss later. So let's move on and have a look at the external hardware features of the phone. As you can see, there is a dual camera setup, which we already discussed in the video. So there is a single speaker and a headphone jack. No USB-C, there is USB 2.0. So all the control buttons are on the right, and there's the SIM card tray on the left. Okay, so before we reveal the price of this smartphone, let's talk about the drawback that we had mentioned earlier, and that is this phone lacks a fingerprint reader. However, to make up for that, they have included a pretty fast face recognition system which unlocks your phone as quick as the fingerprint scanner, although it might not perform that well under lowly lit conditions, so that is a drawback. So finally, let's talk about the price, and you'd be surprised to hear that this power-packed smartphone is available in Nepal for only 13,800 rupees. However, if you want slightly upgraded features like the fingerprint scanner or 32 GB internal storage and 3 GB of RAM, you can opt for the M20, which is available in Nepal for around 18,000 rupees. And thank you for watching. Please stay tuned with NetFeeds, and also don't forget to give us a like if you liked the video, and subscribe the channel, share it with your friends. Maybe some of your friends are looking to buy smartphones under 20,000, so be sure to help out a friend, and also be sure to help out NetFeeds.